Dragic. Against the bucket.
Boy, last season, Hassan Whiteside made a huge splash in the NBA. Big blocks, big rebound totals, but he had some head-scratching moments as well. Missed his share of action due to suspensions.
So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game. And gee, as you said with Whiteside, his fiery attitude flared up a few times last season, and it hurt his team more than once in Miami.
No doubt, and it's something that he has got to work on. I mean, he's proven that he can be a big-time player in this league, but he can't have the mental lapses that get him tossed from games and hurt his team.
Here's George. He's got 6. No good. Dragic with some nice D.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
Dang gets a wide open look. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. Now it's a 7-point Miami lead. Hill kicks to George. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Clark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And how about how he capped that one out, almost like the 1-2 punch.
And the Heat call time here.
You know, if you're looking to build a small forward and there wasn't a LeBron James template, you might go with PG, Paul George. Height, length, athleticism, that combination off the charts with him. Got a nice unflappable demeanor too.
A different look for Miami. Gerald Green comes in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Chalmers in for Goran Dragic. Chalmers best today. And it's off from three-point range. Yeah, talking about Paul George, a big part of his dominance, his attitude. He doesn't yell or pump his fist. He's really the quiet assassin.
Yeah, once he maxes out in the weight room, which he will, now that he's in his mid-20s, I think he's going to be an Adonis. I mean, exactly the kind of physique you're looking for in a prototype at the small forward.
Pacers trailed by 3. From 15 feet away, rebound by the Heat.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
On the wing, Dang. Right side, a screen. Shot clock at 6. Dang with it. Picked up by Turner. Dang with the bucket.
And defensively, they've gotten a little careless, not playing with the same focus we saw in the first.
And stolen by Chalmers. And now Chalmers running the floor all by himself. So he gets the whistle, contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give him a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
Amari Stoudemire is checked in for Miami. Winslow comes in for Luol Deng. It's stolen by Green. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
They better not. I mean, they've got to pad their lead anytime an opportunity presents itself, and that was a golden one.
The Indiana Pacers had a solid season last year, given they were without their star for most of it. They played well at home.
Yeah, even without Paul George, they were in contention. How about 23-18 at home, which is really a solid mark when you consider they didn't have their 2 best players from a season ago.
You know, for the Pacers in their 23-18 home record, that was better than several teams that made the playoffs in the East. They were very tough at home at the defensive end of the floor.
Outside for George. No one near him. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Out of bounds, Indiana takes possession.
I tell you what, he clearly had a brain freeze on that one. You might just as well keep going straight to the bench.
Goran Dragic is checked in for Mario Chalmers.
And the Pacers were third in the league in field goal percentage against at home. Something about this crowd really drives the Pacers on the defensive end, even in a down year.
Hill dishes to George. Hill sets the screen for George to the inside. And Hill throws it down.
Up high and down hard with the one-hander.
Got a little extra forceful with that one, didn't he? Huh?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and I think that's going to rouse up his teammates, no doubt.
Turner again, Stoudemire. Back to Dragic. 6 to shoot. Here's Green. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And Indiana called for the foul. Miami shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
Yeah, last year, collectively, only 74% from the line.
And that just has to improve, guys. I mean, the free throw shooting is something that has to get better. You're immediately putting yourself at a disadvantage when you shoot that poorly from the line.
Dwayne Wade's checked in for the Heat. Got a piece of it. Hill kicks to George. And again, Miami running the court in transition. And Wade slams it in.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Great point. I mean, that aggression has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc, and boy, are they taking advantage.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Heat lead by 13. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. Pacers trailed by 13. And for Miami, looking who they've got out there. Dragic is joined in the backcourt by Wade. Dang out there with Stoudemire. And it's Whiteside in the center position. Dragic kicks to Stoudemire. Wade passes to Dang. Out to Stoudemire. Near the three-point line, it's Wade. Shot number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of 12 now. And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Heat.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
Wasted no time on that one. And that's now 7 points for Luol Deng. George, that's a two-pointer. Good, the assist goes to Hill. Hill's got 3 assists now in this one. Well, Greg, after a run of 10 playoff trips in 11 years, the Miami Heat missing the postseason last year, they'd end up a game back of the 8th spot.
Yeah, and what's hard for the Heat, Kevin, is that they were in the playoff picture for most of the year, and as the season wore on, they slowly fell out of that top 8.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Well, guys, I was able to listen in on what Eric Spoelstra was going over with his team in that last huddle. He was propping his guys up for their defensive pressure, saying, listen, the pressure you put on them has been fantastic. Keep pestering them, keep forcing turnovers, and we'll be in a great position to win this thing.
They've got the lead despite pretty cold shooting from the field in the first half, and now they're beginning to find their groove.
Heating up and looking to build on that lead.
You know, guys, for the greater part of last season, it appeared as though the Heat were playoff bound. Even with the players they lost, most figured they would be playing postseason basketball.
George. And it's blocked by Dang. And it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Dang. The Heat making a switch here. Green's checked in.
And one reason why the Heat did come up short in their playoff aspirations, they were very poor against other teams in the playoffs. So only went 15-31 against teams that had made it into the postseason last year.
Stolen by Ellis. And now Ellis running the floor all by himself.
There's PG creating for a teammate. Terrific dime drop.
The Heat leading by 13. Here's Dragic from outside. The shot is off. Hill with some nice D.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
That's his first personal foul.
Monte Ellis has always had a knack for the big shot. When things are on the line, he is a guy that is not afraid to step up.
And Kevin, last season, he had a number of big second halves and fourth quarters for the Mavs. Really took over that primary scoring role from Dirk Nowitzki. Stole a lot of games for them last season.
To the middle. Here's Green. Tries again. And Stoudemire lays it in. And the Heat lead by 13.
And guys, that kind of sums it up right there. I mean, one team getting after it, hustling the rebounds, the putbacks. The other team just a step slow.
Oh, and here we go. Green's got it. Now, Clark, that is just ridiculous.
Absolutely filthy. I don't remember
on.
ever seeing a dunk like that in a game. I certainly can't remember the last time I saw
I tell
one.
you what, fellas, you might not see another one like that one for a while.
George, no good.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track. And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Heat.
A beautiful pass doesn't always get you on the highlight reels, Clark, but there were some spectacular dishes in this game.
Yeah, it was a team that was really in sync. They trusted each other and took the right shots.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Green. You look at the energy he brought on both ends of the floor, and it's easy to see why he was a difference maker.
And the Heat with some changes. Stoudemire's checked in for Whiteside. Winslow comes in for Luol Deng. And it's Chalmers in for Goran Dragic. And George, here we go. Indiana again missing. Goes up on the wing. It's rebounded by Indiana.
Ill-advised shot there, Clark.
Yeah, exactly. That was lower than low percentage.
That's good.
Boy, he's having a great half here. Exactly the opposite of the first.
Heat shooting 40% in the fourth. And it's Wade in the corner. Double teamed on Wade. It's stolen by Hill. Now the Pacers moving it up. From deep, Ellis. Wade, right side. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. And the Heat lead by 17. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Poke loose. And the call will be against George Hill. That is his first foul of the game. There's 25 seconds left in the game. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. So it's the Pacers now. Kicks it out to Ellis. Takes a three. And he gets the bucket.
Offensively, he can be the engine that drives them at any given time.
Outside Bosch. That's tipped. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. Eight seconds left in the fourth quarter. And it's sent back by Hill. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Hill. The three from Bosch. Off on that one. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. This was a